Stockbridge is
before Great Barrington.
You turn off before Great Barrington, but where do you come onto Route 7?
I would rather stay on Route 23
I'll show you a shortcut.
until we come to Route 7 and then until we come to Route 44. But Mr. Schumacher, Mr. Schubert, what do you want to do?
Police officer ahead. My goodness.
You think the state trooper will go with us?
We'll find out.
Okay, is that what you want to do, John?
Right now I'm going to watch and see what's going on here.
Yeah. Go straight to Great Barrington, please. You're almost there.
Yeah, we're not going to take 41.
Yeah, I enjoyed the, went to the church dinners in Kinderhook, and I enjoyed that.
Oh, the Lutheran church dinners, yes.
And that was something.
South Egermont.
Please stay here, John.
You could show her where it comes out so they don't hang back.
Tom Kilser came over here one day. I went with him, and we got a special kind of very thin, pliable wood for his boat.
Oh.
Veneer, you call it, right?
Yes.
Sounds like a Canadian veneer.
What kind of boat does he have?
A sailboat, and he comes in last every year. But he keeps trying. He got the boat. It was just hanging around in the water, and nobody claimed it. Nobody knew anything about it. So he asked if he could have it. And isn't this pretty? Look at this. This is
the road that is the shortcut right there.
Okay. What is that? Route 41?
It will take you down to Route. It just comes out on Route 7 farther down.
No, it's just a side road. It's not a route.
Yeah, I think it was a route. I think it had a number, 41 or something.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, that's where it would come out.
Is the trooper still with us?
Yep.
Oh, that'll be interesting. See if he. I can't.
God's communications.
Oh, wow.
God's communications.
Good. I don't want to walk. You want to walk?
I can take it, Ed, now.
Just pick up the application.
We want the papers to apply for public access, and I think we just fill them out and hand them to them.
And then
Nothing. And then I put our program that we just made today. We've got to find out if it's DVD or
okay.
I think they'll probably give us a packet of instructions, which I will take. And then I will send the...
There's absolutely no censorship at all. You could do anything you want.
Oh, it really is. Wow.
You've got to go constitutionally protected. You know, that means no obscenity.
Okay.
Could I put my show on? Is there a chance I can get on?
Yeah, if you find a
My
local
show.
sponsor.
Yeah, if I get a sponsor, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And you might get the papers too.
I wonder how big. Well, maybe I will.
You can have obscenity, you can have libel, and you can have commercial. Other than that, it's a public forum, Joseph. And a public forum, in fact, Congress called it. I was on it.
Oh, you were, but... Oh.
Did you get a picture of that?
Yeah, uh-huh.
And,
That's...
Press the button there.
I wonder if I could go on their website and print the application out on the website.
Yes, but you can also ask for it here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, this is Mr. Cam Posio, he's the clerk of the city of Manchester. And he's going to be the signer for my TV show in Manchester, Cox Cable.
Did you have an appointment with us? Because
No.
we're about to start a training.
No, can you give it
Can
to
we
me?
just get the forms and bring them back?
Yeah, do you want
Yeah,
do you
that's
want
all
an
we need.
application form is
Yeah.
what you're looking for?
2 seconds, who are you?
I'm Lori.
Lori, I'm glad to meet you, I'm Glendora.
Nice to meet you. Let me get you the paperwork.
Two of them,
you
please.
now
Mr.
I have to give you the packet. So yeah, yeah, let me grab
Okay.
these up. Like I said, I really have
Anyway, so.
Boy, she's a good runner. And you want one too.
Yeah, if they have one, sure, I'll take
I
one.
was on her show one time.
Well, that's good, you're going to be on your own show.
Yeah, and we got her house.
Don't forget to ask her, DVD or VHS? Meriden takes DVD. Public access TV, community studio. Keep your camera going, honey. Keep it going. Did you want anything? Do you want a packet?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Lori.
I was gonna say, if we had an appointment, we're getting ready to do a training
We'll
for
take it.
group.
Tim O'Neill and I are gonna work on it.
You, okay, are you
don't
the
tell me.
sponsor?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we, you know, between Tim
Okay,
and I,
there's
we'll
gonna be,
filling out the new
okay,
stuff.
if a show is produced outside our six-town region, it requires one sponsor. So whoever the sponsor is has to read the handbook.
Okay,
There's, we've highlighted the two
Okay.
pieces of paper that are required, the statement of compliance and program application. So whoever the sponsor is for the show
okay.
is the one that's responsible for physically bringing the shows,
Good.
filling out the paperwork, if renewals are involved, you know, because you've been here before.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've been, I think you were on Zeta's show
I
or
was on
Matt's show,
Zeta's
yeah, you've been on
and
several
Ralph's
shows,
show, yeah.
so you kind of are aware of the rules. So that's the packet, our cards are in there, so
Great.
if you have any question, give Greg or me a
Super.
call, but I know you've been here
There-
before, so.
there's Bob
So if you're the
Teller.
sponsor,
I
whoever the
told you about
sponsor is should be taking this
Are you
paperwork.
DVD yet?
No,
Teller.
we are still doing mini
the one I
DV.
just told you
Mini
about.
DV?
Mini DV will accept not DVD. A lot of stations
What is
around
it?
the state are having problems with DVD playback. They're locking up, they're dropping out, they're freezing. I just had a show on 5 minutes ago from another station. There's a kid jumping off a diving board at a swim meet, and it's frozen there. It's been frozen for 20 minutes.
Jeez.
No audio, no. We do closed circuit monitoring. There's problems in Enfield, there's problems in Cheshire, there's problems in Newington, there's problems in Rocky Hill. So we have stuck with mini DV because the reliability is, it's so superior to
Mini
DVD.
DV?
DVD is consumer level, mini DV is professional.
Mini DV.
Mini
That's what
DV.
this is.
Yeah.
Right, where's your camera?
Yeah.
The tape.
Yeah, we accept mini DV. Our digital format is mini DV, and we have no change at this point in time to go to DVD because it's working so well.
Well, Cox, Meriden uses DVD.
I know, and a lot of them freeze up and drop out, and they don't always play.
VHS, Super VHS.
We can still do VHS, Super VHS. The handbook explains all that. We
Yeah,
do
okay.
mini DV, VHS, Super VHS, but not
Sorry to bother you.
DVD.
He
Bob
wants-
Teller is up here, one of your.
Yeah, he does a show here too.
He
So,
would like
and
to-
I hate to cut you short, but I
I'm
have to
sorry,
get
Lori,
ready.
he needs
Like
a
I said,
packet,
normally
too.
we need, okay, whose show are you sponsoring?
His own. Oh, no, he's going to get a sponsor here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a
Okay, so
source.
you do a show outside the region?
Yeah.
Okay, so whoever your sponsor is, it's up to him or her to give us a call?
Yeah, give us a packet for him.
Okay, I need to have, are you sponsoring both?
No,
No, just the show for going.
Okay,
to-
whoever your sponsor is, I'm supposed to only be dealing with the sponsor, not anybody out of state or out of the
Well, I
region.
can-
So
I
whoever
can-
the sponsor
I
is
can
supposed to
make
be
a copy of
calling
your
me.
He can make a
card for him
copy,
and
yeah.
get in touch.
Yeah, have them give, my numbers there. Whoever your sponsors, have them give me a call.
All right.
So, and like I said, I'm sorry to cut you short, so, okay. Normally, we don't even
Thanks for your.
do anything without appointments, so yeah. We'll see you soon. All right, take care.
Thanks,
Have a
Laura.
good day.
You bet, bye-bye.
That's interesting.
you videotape.
Yeah, I did.
What kind of a cameraman are you?
No, I got it.
The camera was off. It should have been on.
Oh, it's on.
I can I'll photocopy the whole package back
That's
to the
right.
office.
Thank you.
Why don't we do that?
That's wonderful. Well, now we're all set.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone.
And you have
So,
my address. don't you?
okay,
And my
yep,
number.
yep.
And then you're the local sponsor. Then what's this in here?
So red rules and the applicant signature.
That's all there is to it.
Yes.
Then there's another one. Let's go find the other one. I believe it's renewal. What's it say?
That's a statement of compliance.
Yeah, fine. Just sign that.
Yep.
You have nothing to worry about.
At the bottom of the hill is going to be a light turn left, please. Individual release. I have no clue what that is.
That's if you have somebody on the
Oh,
show.
we have guests, so we keep this.
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't think we're going to have guests.
We might.
Okay.
We might.
You're talking about
The one we do.
you, yes. Okay. And then what's this one?
Tape setup and labeling policy.
Okay. I'd better have that.
Okay.
Yeah, you better give me that.
Well, let me make copies of this.
All right.
Okay.
And then
When you're
I
done.
will send the tape to you. And
Yep.
if she's specified, and she's very particular about this, you will hand it in.
Yeah, there's a policy for pickup and drop off.
Okay. And you
Okay.
personally will hand it in.
And then this is the renewal form.
Yes. Do that.
Okay.
Do that. Let me see. Read that to me. If there's anything.
Form must be submitted between dates indicated below for your quarterly renewal period. So it's a quarterly renewal.
Do we know what
And
those
they got
dates
well,
are?
they got the parameter dates down here. So yeah, it's
Okay.
April 1 to June 30, July 1 to September 30.
Yeah,
So
make it
that's it.
That's all there is to
Only
it.
copies.
Is it a weekly show? Is it or once
No,
a
Joe once a month.
once a month?
Yeah, we're gonna do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
There's no way we can.
When
do
he
it.
finds out how easy it is, he'll probably do a
I
week.
don't think so. It's tough. I mean,
You
I'm
can
out
sit down and
4 or
talk to
5
me all any.
I'm out 4 or 5 nights a week as it is right now.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Really? Are you?
Yeah, I mean, in 2 weeks I'm gone for the whole week.
For what?
I'm going to be at the international conference
For what?
for the clerks, municipal clerks, international municipal
Who
clerks.
sponsors that?
The International Institute of Municipal Clerks. And it's-
International?
Yeah. And
Where's it going to be?
It's in Reno.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So I'll be there for the whole week.
Oh,
Prior to Memorial
yeah.
Day.
Okay. When is our next appointment? You want to make it like the first week of the month? Or? See,
For-
we met the second week of this month.
Yeah. We've got to go beyond June because June is crazy for straight, left lane, straight, please. We can't go back again until July sometime because June is going to be nuts. We're down a person and it's our dog licensing renewal month and we're going to be inundated with customers every day. So June is a
Second week of July?
possibly, yeah, that would probably be good.
Okay.
How long did it take you to get here?
2 hours and 40 minutes because I wanted to go to the old.
Oh yeah,
I
we went
wanted to go Winston.
Winston.
Avon. I wanted to see Winston in 1955 when half of Main Street was gutted out by
Sure,
the river.
sure. The Mad River. The Mad River.
There was a Mad River.
The Mad River. Remember that?
Oh, I'll never forget that. 55.
Did you see the Catholic Church that was built by my grandmother's grandmother?
Really?
St. Joseph's Church, yeah.
Really? Was he the one who
He was a missionary. He was a Civil War
in Winston?
in Winstead, the Civil War chaplain, and president of St. Bonaventure University.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
St. Bonaventure is big.
St. Bonaventure.
And in western New York, beyond Buffalo.
Oneonta.
Oneonta. No.
No?
No.
Olean.
Olean.
Olean, that's right. What's Oneonta?
That's where the college is, the State
Oh,
University
okay.
of New York College on Route 17
That's right.
about
Olean.
near Binghamton.
And we're going to go straight through, and a couple lights and a couple stop signs on the way. And we're going to go right in the vicinity of town hall as we get off the street.
I got kicked down in the way I was at, and then
That's a neat city, Burlington,
And then
isn't it?
then I went back. I went back as a temp, and then I got hired permanent again. But it's just my pay was so low; it
Yeah.
wasn't really competitive too much.
Yeah.
And compared to some other places. But it did the wait for manufacturing. I enjoyed doing that. And I used to work like a night shift and a 12-hour shift, and then I would get either 3 or 4 days off in a row. So that was pretty nice.
Well, that'd be great.
And they used to pay a 20% premium for doing that, but then they took that away.
Coming up on the left is Manchester High School, public high school.
There, Joe?
Right here.
Oh.
This is a side entrance.
Oh.
Probably one of the top 20 schools and student population in New England. This used to be an old seal test of dairy office.
Seal test, huh?
When they used to deliver milk door to door, that's where seal test delivered on it.
What street are we on, Joe?
This is called Summit Street. S-U-M-M-I-T.
I never heard of such a thing. Like DVDs are freezing.
Yeah.
Must be their computer.
They must have bad equipment.
Their computers overheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of DVDs freezing, did you?
At the light, you're going to hang it right in. Sounds like some inferior equipment they have.
Well, they do, you know. And I'll say again, I'm on 85 TV stations, and nobody's ever said that.
Get in the stay in the right traffic lane as you see it here, not the extreme right lane.
What street is this?
This is now East Center, about to become Center.
Oh.
There's a church.
And you can see where we are in relation to Town Hall.
Just
Right.
the church, right?
Yeah, there's the church. Right after the church, just turn right into the driveway.
That's a very prosperous looking church.
I guess Glenn Dorr, you added some TV stations.
Right up here
because,
is the driveway.
It used to be like in the 70s, now it's up above 80.
It's 85. Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. It's a big job.
Looking like you're going to start adding TV stations.
We'll see what happens.
You should go up to Poughkeepsie soon, Greg, and get the story what's going on up there. Ed, thank you for chauffeuring us.
Yes, thank you very much.
A big chunk of Poughkeepsie.
Now, Joe, what do you want me to do? I'm going to interview Ed outdoors, I think.
I'm going to make copies of these for you, okay?
And while
While you're doing the interviewing,
all right.
Good to go.
Ed, we need unlock. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Edward Whitney. Mr. Edward A. Whitney.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I want to talk to the people about your wonderful book here, 9/11, What Really Happened. Just start at the beginning. You heard about the World Trade Center crash and you said to yourself?
Well, I happened to be watching it on TV at the time, and I was amazed to see the two towers collapse. I've never heard of fire-resistant steel frame buildings simply collapsing. And I came from an insurance background, so I knew a little bit about building construction and stuff. And I thought it was extremely unlikely that a fire would bring them down. And I later found out, besides that, they also were automatic sprinkled. You know, that ordinarily the sprinklers would put out the fire all by themselves with no additional thing. Nobody even had to start them; they would just go. And they didn't put out the fires. And the next thing you know, the South Tower collapses after been burning for less than an hour. And that was the one that was hit in the corner. The planes didn't even hit that one square on. Hit one side, came out the other side, big fireball, very spectacular. But all the energy was out of the building, you know. And yet within an hour that came tumbling down. And then an hour after that, along comes the other building. And I said, this is very, very strange. And then later people started doing a lot of research about it, you know, all kinds of engineers, technicians, you name it. And between them, they put out literally tons of technical information about the construction of the buildings and the whole circumstances. And you know, over the subsequent 8 years or so, there were something like 50 books written on that subject that created a great deal of public interest, plus numerous magazine articles and newspaper articles. And I basically read just about everything I could get my hands on it. And I came to the conclusion, you know, this whole original story was a bunch of baloney. I mean, it just didn't happen that way. So what I was doing really in this book is taking the parts that I knew to be true from various sources and started to reconstruct the entire sequence of events from start to finish, and trying to figure out what happened, who did what, why, and this you know, finally resulted in this little booklet, you know.
Yes. And Ed, tell us about your reconstruction. Who did what and why?
Well, there were numerous people whose writings I had, you know, read, and people who were obviously competent in what they were doing. And among other things, they found out that in spite of the government's efforts to keep people away, there were people that did sampling of the dust and the metal particles that were blown away from the building. And they actually found traces of you know, explosives in there. And so that was totally consistent with the fact he had this huge fireball that you know, went about 500 feet in every direction from the buildings.
That's an explosive.
Explosive did that.
Ed, would you turn around to the tree so that we don't get a silhouette of you? Yeah.
Let me just check. Let's see what's over here.
And then I think in your book you said the fact that it blew out horizontally. It's okay, we can stand up, Ed. I think you said in your book the fact that it blew out horizontally was a sign of explosives.
That's right. If the pancake theory was correct, it would have just been a vertical drop, and there would have been very little horizontal movement of anything. But instead, we had this thing where dust and debris and pieces of steel were blown like 500 feet horizontally. That could only be the result of high explosives.
Oh.
And not only that, if it had been just a straight collapse like the government said it was, you would have had huge, rough chunks of concrete. It wouldn't be pulverized, it would be, you know, big pieces. And of course what we actually had was a huge cloud of pulverized dust. The original concrete and the contents of the building were just basically reduced to powder. And all that left intact was the steel components.
And that's explosives again.
And you know, like there were some individual pieces of steel, you know, weighed several tons that went several hundred feet horizontally into adjoining buildings. You know, that took a lot of force.
I believe somewhere in your book I read that there were quite a few empty spaces in the World Trade Center, and that anybody could have gone in there and planted explosives.
True. That's part of the basic problem. The whole building was, you know, not that profitable. You know, it was kind of marginal because there were so many vacancies that it would be something that a building owner would be logically wouldn't break his heart if it burned down, right? Let's put it that way. And because Mr. Silverstein had just taken out a 99-year lease about 6 weeks before the buildings went down, and doubled the amount of insurance. He had $3.55 billion of cover on the buildings, which was about twice what he started with. And that in itself is an incentive. And then after the second thing, he claimed that, well, we actually had two separate events. He should have had two coverages of $3.5 million each. You know.
How did that end up?
That finally got settled at a compromise in between.
And what was the compromise? Do you remember?
I don't remember the exact figure, but it was something in the order of $5 billion that they finally paid out.
And what about the group of New Jersey? They were videotaping it across the river.
Well, that's another funny thing. There was a group of 5 young men across the river in Jersey City on the roof of a building, and they were videotaping the whole thing. So number one, they obviously had to have prior knowledge, otherwise they wouldn't be there. Secondly, and what really got them in trouble was when the buildings collapsed, instead of, you know, being like shocked or something, they were jumping up and down for joy. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful, you know. And,
Really?
So some of the local people called the police, who in turn arrested these individuals, and after questioning them, they turned them over to the FBI. And it turns out that at least 2 of the 5 were connected to the Mossad, you know, which is the Israeli intelligence service.
Mossad.
Mossad, yeah. And so that was another thing. And then we also found out that a couple of the firms, which were Israeli firms to begin with, had moved out of the building prior to the demolition in the first place. So that whole thing was starting to get smellier and smellier as we went, you know. And
now just go over the Israeli possible connection with it. What would be the motive?
primarily, I think, to further the cause of Zionism. They're trying to take over the world 100%. They already pretty much control America, and they've been planning World War III for some time. They wanted to, get us to attack Iran, and they also, of course, had Iraq as a major enemy. And so I think it was primarily the Zionists that designed the whole thing, planned it.
You do?
Yeah, and blamed it on the Muslims, the Al-Qaeda specifically.
And did I hear you say that the Al-Qaeda, you thought, didn't do it?
Yes, I'm pretty convinced that they weren't. Well, first of all, there was originally a claim by the FBI that there were 19 individuals who were party to that, who were the ones that actually had hijacked the airliners. And it turned out later that at least 7 of those turned out to be alive and well in their own native lands. They obviously were not killed by the thing as advertised. Then it turned out that none of the 19 were on the passenger manifest to begin with.
None of them?
None of them.
What a big lie.
Exactly. So the whole thing was really quite strange. So, when I sorted all these individual pieces out and the motivation and so forth, I knew what the Zionists were attempting to do. Figured it was more than likely that they were the ones that did the whole planning in the first place, and just simply, blamed it on the Muslims as a typical false flag operation.
And we fell for it. And we fell for it.
Yeah, exactly.
The Zion. Well, then, who was operating the planes?
The pilots were, but I think they probably were taken over by remote control. The modern aircraft do have a safety feature built into them that if the pilots for any reason become disabled, the planes can be flown from the ground or from an AWACS plane. And I think that's what actually happened here.
Well, then who put the plane into the World Trade Center? Who put the planes into the World Trade Center?
The people that were controlling the planes, and I think that they were probably located right there in the New York vicinity so they could see what's going on.
And who are those people?